And hi once again, everybody. I'm meteorologist Sean Sublette from the Richmond Times-Dispatch with an update on the severe weather situation playing out across the Commonwealth this afternoon. For the most part, Richmond's in pretty good shape to this point. Now, just to kind of walk through where we are at this point, there is a severe thunderstorm watch until midnight tonight for these areas farther off to the east. And this is basically going from Petersburg down to Hampton Roads and then heading eastward toward the Chesapeake Bay and down toward Bugs Island Lake. But Richmond itself, Chesterfield, Henrico, Hanover, not in the watch, but certainly close enough that we still need to be very mindful of a legit severe weather threat going through the rest of the afternoon, probably shutting down at around 6 o'clock. So let's take a look at where the radar is as we speak. So there's Richmond in the middle. There's Matoaca and Petersburg there. And then we're going out Highway 60 toward Cumberland and Powhatan. So for Richmond, there's only one storm immediately upstream, and it's fairly small, a little thunder and lightning, but this particular one you see here is not especially damaging. One of the things we have noticed, though, is that it's only started to develop over the last 45 or 60 minutes, and it is an environment that does encourage some strengthening of the storm. So I think this is really the first line of storms that is going to threaten central Virginia over the next 2 to 3 hours or so. But again, we feel very good after about 5:30 or 6. The threat is just about gone for central Virginia. Just moving out a little bit, I want to move to this next screen to show you what we're kind of dealing with for the next couple of hours. It's really 3 waves that we've had to deal with here. That's the first wave out here that you see from the eastern shore down to eastern North Carolina. That's affecting Hampton Roads now. This second batch is developed down to the south of Richmond, down to Bugs Island Lake and Emporia. And then this area here that's upstream, you can see this. This is basically from east to the Shenandoah Valley and extending down to about South Boston or so. This is the line that's only starting to come together now. And you see how it's especially bubbly up here in Northern Virginia. That's why we think the biggest concentration of damaging thunderstorms is going to be ultimately in this part of the state northward from Richmond. So Fredericksburg, going up to Manassas, going up to D.C. That's the area that is at greatest risk for getting some truly damaging storms. But if you look just those last couple of frames, you can see there's the storm that's popping up from the satellite imagery out to Cumberland and Powhatan County. So that's the one that we're watching here for the next hour and a half or so. Here's a wider scale radar satellite composite for the last 3 hours or so, and very vivid thunderstorms blossoming earlier on this afternoon across Hampton Roads and then heading across Chesapeake and the eastern shore. Again, it's really not that active immediately upstream from Richmond, but we do expect a few more showers and storms to pop here in the next 30 to 60 minutes immediately upstream. Again, as we look farther off here, Charlottesville, just a couple smaller showers popping up there. This is Lynchburg, and so this is the area we're watching over the next 15, 30, 45 minutes, and then push into Richmond here closer to, let's say, 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And then after that time, things should pretty much settle down for the evening. Obviously warm and humid out there, still 84 outside of Richmond. It is cooler on the eastern shore and down toward Norfolk and Clarksville because they've already had the thunderstorms go through this afternoon. Humidity stays high for this afternoon as well, but you will probably notice a change in that as early as this evening. This is the humidity or the saturation temperatures. What the temperature would be if the atmosphere becomes saturated and you start to get the rain. So the deeper greens here are showing you where the higher humidity is. The lighter greens and ultimately the yellows that show up show you where the humidity is lower. So this clock starts at 4 this afternoon, but watch as we move forward through the evening, that begins to shift farther off to the east. By 9:30 or 10 o'clock, those deeper greens are gone, and overall we're looking at a much nicer night ahead. It will be cooler first thing tomorrow morning versus what you've had the last couple of mornings. Moving the clock forward regarding the threat for the showers and thunderstorms, this is the simulated radar by 4 o'clock, so just an hour from now. Watching still the conglomeration of these showers and storms beginning to shift farther eastward from Richmond toward the Middle Peninsula, and that second round going back out toward the eastern shore and the lower Chesapeake. Clouds are shown in gray here, and those also starting to edge farther off to the east. So once we get past about 5:30, 6 o'clock, things will pretty much quiet down for the night. Somewhat cooler, somewhat drier air settles in, and that will be the big thing for tomorrow. And probably Wednesday as well. We think those couple of days are going to be nice. So the scattered thunderstorms around till about 6, then a cooler evening ahead, and a hot Friday and Saturday. If you haven't heard about this, it is going to be the hottest air we've seen so far this season, very likely going into the 90s. But to emphasize, these next 1 to 3 hours or so, be respectful for any thunderstorms out there. Could produce some damaging wind gusts or some small hail. Again, as we look more specifically at the next 7 days, tomorrow and Wednesday are nice. It's in the upper 70s to about 80. It's sunny. Humidity is low, so a nice stretch. Thursday is kind of a transition day. Some scattered showers or thunder showers around, but then the heat for Friday and Saturday. Likely the hottest 2 days we've seen so far this year, into the lower 90s. And it is going to be more humid, especially Friday night. In fact, Friday night, we're going to have a hard time even getting below the 70-degree mark. This is not an extended heat wave. We do think that by Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, there will be a round of scattered showers and thunderstorms that break the upcoming heat, so that the first of next week actually looks nice again, with humidity dropping and highs in the 70s. But we do have a couple of very hot days on the horizon here in Central Virginia. Thanks for joining us for the live stream, and of course for subscribing and supporting the Richmond Times-Dispatch. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and remember to stay safe.